Hey, YouTubers, and welcome back to Phasmophobia. I am Timmy Wolf, and today we're going to do a little bit of Phasmophobia gaming on the amateur levels. So basically, what I'm going to do for this video is this is mostly for like beginners and amateurs, just trying to figure out what how the game works, the game mechanics. Those that are still pretty new to the game, if you've just entered Phasmophobia for maybe like the first time or haven't played it in a long time, the game has changed a lot in the last year. First year of Phasmophobia, it was only DK as the developer, and then this year, coming into the last few months, they've hired three new developers. There's now CJ, there's Lavender, and now Skinner, who just got hired maybe like I think just last month. So it's crazy how much this game has developed and where it's going. It's got a great future ahead of it. So as you can see, my level right now is 596. And I've been trying to stack up as much money as possible. If you don't die, you can collect quite a bit of money. I've been trying my best to try and collect as much money as possible, and that's basically the name of the game when you're starting out. So we're gonna show basically how to make the game, how to play the game, the tools that are available to you. They just introduced three new ghosts about 2 weeks ago, so the game has gotten a lot harder. It's trickier. They're working on Horror 2.0. As the game progresses into another year of 2023. It's still early access. This game it came out at 2020, so I mean there's just so much to talk about this game and where the developers want to take it. I think furniture is going to start moving now, and ghost events are going to get more scarier. They're working on a replacement for Asylum called Sunny Meadows, which is very exciting because it basically makes Asylum smaller but more lively, more in depth because there's more rooms and really cool stuff to interact with. So it's very scary. It's very cool. So yeah, let's basically uh, jump into the game, and we're gonna start at the very infamous Tanglewood Street House. Basically, if you do training, it will take you to this house. It's the smallest house, and we'll go on amateur. And let's basically pretend that we are level one and we only have starter items. So I'm going to show you how to make as much money as you possibly can from the beginning, and how to build up your tools as you begin to start your ghost hunting career in Phasmophobia. So let's begin. Right now, all we have with starter items is a DOTS projector, EMF reader, um, weak flashlight. Actually, yeah, we'll just start with a weak flashlight. We have a ghost writing book, spirit box, UV light, video camera, and a photo camera. And that's it. That's bare bones. And if you enter a game just using starter items, it's completely free. So even if you die, you do not lose anything. So it's great that the game allows you to do that. And almost all those items are evidence items, so you can basically figure out any ghosts that is in the game just by using those items alone. So um, yeah, that's ready up, and let's get right into Tanglewood. So, identifying the ghost alone is huge. It's very important to figure out what the ghost is and figure out what the ghost is as fast as possible. Because essentially, what you're trying to do is survive the ghosts and make as much money as you possibly can. Um, so with amateur, you do have a 5 minute cooldown before the ghost can do any harm to you, and yes, you can die in the game. And I highly suggest that if you're just starting out the game, go into the training mode. Like there's no shame in the training mode at all. I mean, you want to get used to hanging out with the ghost and listening to its interactions and figuring out like what a knock on the window sounds like, or how a door closes, or basically a throw, and what's each different interaction means on the EMF reader, and using your tools and your boards, and just basically figuring out the mechanics of the game. So, of course, this is your objectives, and these are optional. So, you do not need to do them if you do not want to. Like, there are some um, objectives that I'm even sometimes uncomfortable doing. And so, if if you fear dying, or you're out of sanity pills, or you just don't know how to accomplish these objectives in your situation, it's okay to just put your tail between your legs and just leave, right? Like this is the door open and close button, and if you close the door, you will leave the location. So right now, we have to discover what the ghost is, prevent the ghost from hunting with using a crucifix, which is so hard, especially when you get into the higher tiers where the ghost roams and leaves the room a lot. It gets very, very complicating. Get a ghost to blow out a candle, that is very doable, and get a ghost to walk through salt. And the ghost's name is Edward Gacy. They've introduced a lot of new names, which is really cool. And Ghost only responds to people that are alone. So basically, there's a lot of misinformation about this one. If you're alone, or if the ghost needs you to be alone, you can be the only person in the ghost room to use the spirit box. That's basically what it means. It only means spirit box. And if it's a everyone ghost, that does not mean that everyone in the team need to be in the same room in order for the ghost to interact with you. No, 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 no. It just means multiple people can be in the ghost room, and you can still use the spirit box and it will interact with you. That's all that means. So if people say otherwise, just ignore them and just be like, yeah, whatever, man. No, no, the ghost will interact with everyone if it's an everyone ghost. If it's a lone ghost, it just means that you're the only one that has to be in the room to get the spirit box. All right, so let's see here. We got our video camera here. We have dots projector. This is the UV lights. This is the writing book. Right here is the spirit box. Here's our crappy flashlight. I know it's pretty crappy. There is a strong flashlight you can buy, and I think it's $50 or something like that. But of course, we're just starting out. Like we're level one, so these are the only items that we can buy and use. So let's learn how to use them. But if you can afford a strong flashlight, get it immediately. Like it's so much better. So yeah, you can hold as many as three items, which is not nearly enough, but it's strategic on how the game is made. Once you get better at the game, you'll find that you'll grab items, throw them in the house, place them however you want, come back in with empty pair of hands, grab some more tools, and basically build up your inventory inside the house rather than in the truck. So we'll start out with a flashlight, EMF reader, and we'll maybe even let's grab the camera. Now the camera is probably your best friend because identifying the ghost, that only gives you $10 on an amateur map. So unless if it's a bigger map, then it gives you $30. But on the small maps, as a beginner, it only gives you $10. So I mean, what actually gives you money is completing as many objectives as possible. So you have a chance at $40 with all four objectives. And this beauty right here, the photo camera. Um, the photo camera, you can take up to, what was it, 10? Was it 10 pictures? Let's see here. 4, 8, 10 pictures. If you can fill the book with really good, high quality photos, all 10 at 3 stars, you have a good chance of making between $30 to $40 in total just with photos. So that's just as much money as getting all your objectives. So the photo camera is probably the most OP item in your inventory as your moneymaker. So be sure to use your photo camera wisely and get high quality photos. The best photos you can take is the ghost photo. You can only take one. Don't try and take multiple ghost photos. So you can take one of those, the bone photo, the cursed item photo, and then after those, it's fingerprints, interactions, and then the worst ones, dirty water and dead body photo. So if you have a team and someone dies, you can take a picture and it can make you some money. But since we only have one photo camera at the beginning, we only have 5 photos to work with. So use them wisely. So if you get a throw, we'll show you as we dive into the game. So also, which is a very beginner move, grab the key from the desk. Because if you don't grab the key and you come all the way to the door is going to be locked. You need the key to get in, and it's basically a walk of shame going back to the truck, grabbing the key, coming back, and getting inside the house. But oh boy, look at this nasty flashlight. Ugh, this is like traditional yellow bulb, gross, nasty flashlight. And remember, once you open the front door, that's when your cooldown starts to count down. So we have 5 minutes before the ghost can do any harm to us. And on amateur mode, the breaker starts on. So you can start turning on lights in the house, and turning on lights keeps your sanity nice and high. Oh, did you hear that? That was a throw. Let's try and figure out where that throw came from. It sounded pretty close by. Oh, it's throwing more stuff. Oh, I think it's... Okay, I think I nailed it. There we go. Now we're getting some EMF. Oh, EMF 5. So the ghost touched this door. It can take a photo. Interaction. So... Oh my god, this ghost is throwing all kinds of stuff. So if you get an interaction on the door, and if you don't get fingerprints on the first photo, that means that you're dealing with a ghost that does not have fingerprints. So you can mark fingerprints off immediately. The only chance that it can still be fingerprints is if it's an obake. Oh, it just touched the shower. We can take a picture of the shower, and that will give us an interaction. Boom, 2 3-star photos. So that's probably an easy $10 there. But but we do want the bone photo and the cursed object. So let's find those right now. But we have figured out where the ghost is. So we can leave our EMF reader, and it's already EMF 5. So that is evidence that we can put in our journal. So let's mark that down. So already we have eliminated fingerprints. The only chance that it can be still thingies right now is if it was an obake, because it has, was it 25 or 35% chance of hiding its fingerprints. But when you have a fingerprints ghost, it touches doors and light switches quite often. So you don't have to worry too much about if it's a fingerprints ghost or not, because if it is, good chance it's going to leave a fingerprint. But for now, we can mark it off. We got EMF 5, and now all of a sudden we've already eliminated a whole bunch of ghosts out of the 24 ghosts that they have currently in the game. So it's probably either a spirit, wraith, shade, oni, the twins, and a raiju. Now we could quickly talk about these ghosts before we do anything else. Another thing that you want to consider is which ghosts are early hunters. Right now, in this list, the only early hunter that we have is the Raichu. It can hunt at 60% sanity, and the rest of them are all 50% sanity except for the Shade. The Shade is the most passive ghost in the game. It can only hunt at 35% sanity. The only ghost that can hunt lower than 35% is the Thaye, but there's a lot more to the Thaye than meets the eye because the Thaye is a brand new ghost which ages over time the longer you spend time around it. If you don't spend much time with the Thaye, like in the ghost room, it will continue to be very, very strong. But the more you spend time with the Thaye in its ghost room, around the ghost, it ages and gets weaker and weaker and weaker to the point where it's actually weaker than the Shade and can only hunt at 15% sanity. So it becomes a very, very weak ghost if you spend a lot of time with it. So right now, the scariest ghost that we need to worry about is the Raichu. Let's quickly look at these boards since we've entered the house. So this is the map of the location, and you can click these arrows for different floors. Right now, there's only 2 floors in this house. It's very small. And this green spot is the breaker. So whenever you enter a map, it's a very, very good idea to figure out where the breaker is before you enter the location. At least on amateur mode, the breaker starts on, but once you start going into intermediate or any higher, the breaker is off and you got to find the breaker and turn on manually. And then team sanity, right now, our sanity is very, very high. There's no chance, zero chance that a ghost can hunt us, except for just a handful of ghosts. The demon has a special ability where it can hunt at any sanity. However, it's very, very rare. The yokai has the ability to hunt very, very early if you talk and speak around it very aggressively. So it has the ability to early hunt if it hears a lot of interaction, a lot of talking from your voice within the game. And another early hunter you should look for is the Thaye. The Thaye does have the ability to hunt at 75% sanity. Onryo's another early hunter, and I think that's pretty much it for early hunters. And then there's ghosts that drain sanity really quickly and all that kind of stuff. But let's not worry too much about ghost behavior yet. Let's right now. Let's bring in another tool. Let's bring in the dot projector. So right now we dropped our EMF because we have figured out what that evidence is. It is an EMF 5 ghost. So we don't need to worry about the EMF too much. However, the EMF does help identify the interaction of the ghost whenever it touches something or throws something. Now this is the dot projector. Oh, we got EMF 5 again. It's touching this door a lot. Touching the door again. Each time it touches the door, you can take a photo of the door and you get an interaction photo. But let's quickly find. Oh, this is the summoning circle. This is a cursed possession. There are 6 of them in total, and they're randomized in every location you go to. So we took a picture of that. That's a very, very important picture to take to make money. And now the other big item to take a picture of is the bone photo. So let's quickly look for that. The bone can show up anywhere. I mean, oh, there it is. Boom. So it can be on top of a rack. It can be on top of the beds. It's usually on the floor. So, but it can be a little tricky to find. So now we got the most important photos out of the way. We can take the ghost photo, um, but it can be pretty hard to do. But we can try and do it. We can. Um, so let's get more items in the house. So we have an EMF reader in the ghost room. We have the dot projector. Let's bring in photo camera and a UV. Now the UV is kind of useless right now because it's not a fingerprints ghost. We can still check for fingerprints, but there's a good chance that it's not going to have fingerprints. And we don't have any salt using starter items either, so um, there's really no point in the UV right now. But yeah, as you can see, no fingerprints. And then we have the photo camera. You can set it to night vision and regular vision. Wow, it's really liking that door. So with the photo camera, you want to look for orbs, ghost orbs, and I don't see any. Now we'll also set the camera down to watch for dots. And also want to note that our 5 minute timer is up, as you can see. It's been more than 5 minutes. So the ghost has the ability to hunt us now, and it can do ghost defense still, even during the cooldown. But just know that since you do have 5 minutes before the ghost can hunt and kill you. So if you get anything that looks like a hunt during that 5 minute time, don't panic. Don't panic because it's just going to be a ghost event. But your sanity will still keep going down even during the cooldown. So once that 5 minutes is up, and if your sanity is low enough for that particular ghost to hunt, it will hunt and it will chase you down until it kills you when your cooldown is at 0. So keep that in mind. So we got our last evidence pieces. We have the spirit box and the ghostwriting book. We can place this down, and I'd like to set it next to the dot machine. And we'll talk to the spirit box. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Aha! Oh, okay. That's a pretty nasty ghost right there. So it is spirit box, and you can ask it multiple questions. The best ones to ask are you here? And are you friendly? And how old are you? Those three questions are probably the most easiest to pick out for the game. You can ask if it's French, are you pizza? They're not like, they probably interact differently in the game, but it's probably reading your question as something else, but it's kind of funny and humorous to think that it's actually interacting with the question that you asked it. So Edward Gacy, ooh, lots of activity. This is another good way to figure out if it's an EMF 5 ghost, but you have to be careful because um, if it's between 4 to 10, it can mean different things. It can either be a ghost hunt or a ghost event. And if you see that, that doesn't count as EMF 5. Okay. There's quite a few people that try and get EMF readings off of a hunt or an event even. It doesn't work that way. So if you see EMF 5 and it's doing a ghost hunt or event, doesn't count. It has to be a pure EMF 4 or EMF 5 without the ghost doing anything special. The ghost also has special abilities. It can teleport. It can do like a super throw or do a poltergeist huge explosion activity. That doesn't necessarily mean it's EMF 5. Sometimes it can mean it's EMF 5. And most of the EMF 5 ghosts are the ones that have the special abilities that can really increase the activity. But again, that is not a good indication of EMF 5. Usually, if you look at total activity and no one's in the house, and if you get a spike from 4 and up, you have a really good chance that you have an EMF 5 ghost. So that's another good thing to look at. We're not going to be able to do any of these objectives, sadly, because we just have starter items. We don't have a crucifix, we don't have a candle, we don't have salt. We're using everything, but we do have 2 pieces of evidence, and we have eliminated a few more ghosts. So now we're only dealing with the twins, the wraith, and the spirit. So, what we can do, we can use the computer and we can watch if the ghost has either orbs or dot evidence. I didn't see any orbs, so we can actually go into our book and mark that off. But sadly, that didn't eliminate any ghosts. So we can watch the cameras and see if there's going to be any dots. The dot projector is very, very cool because you can actually see like an outline of the ghost passing through the dots. It's very cool. I like to call it the invisible running man. It looks like an Olympian running through the dots. It's very, very cool. Um, hmm. It can take a while to get dot evidence sometimes, especially if the ghost moves out of the room or roams to a different ghost room. Then you're gonna have to move your dots and try and figure out where the ghost went. Um, at least on amateur modes, you don't get as much roaming as you do on professional nightmare, so that's nice. And I haven't seen any dots yet, so we can kind of eliminate it, but at the same time, it's best to try and get another piece of evidence and keep it on the table. So, what do we have? Oh, it's doing some interactions outside the room. Aha! There we go. We have writing. Ghost writing. It's a spirit. There you go. We got our 3 pieces of evidence. And we even, just to make sure, we even eliminated 2 pieces of evidence. And as you can see, I exit out the house whenever I want to talk to you, because then it stops sanity drain. And if the ghost tries to hunt or do a ghost event, it's not going to do any harm to me. So we've marked it in our journal that we have EMF 5, ghost writing, and spirit box. So we have a spirit. And spirits are really, really cool. They're basically the OG ghost of the game. The spirit has been around since the very beginning. So it's we can take a look at it. But yeah, as you can see, it's ghost number 1. Spirits are very common ghosts. They are very powerful but passive, only attacking when they need to. They defend their place of death to utmost degree, killing anyone that is caught overstaying their welcome. They don't have any strengths. They're a pretty weak ghost. They're very, very average. Um, and for weakness, to even just tack on some more weakness to the ghost, a spirit can be temporarily stopped by burning smudge sticks near them. So that basically means um, it doesn't stop them from killing you in a hunt. Um, what it basically means is that you can smudge it in the ghost room and it stops them from hunting for a whole 3 minutes. Yeah. Yes, 3 minutes, which is the longest cooldown from being able to hunt you than any ghost. So spirits are very, very weak against smudge sticks, but they will not stop um, the spirit from killing you in a hunt. It will temporarily confuse the ghost for 6 seconds, just like any other ghost. So don't confuse that. And once that 6 seconds is up, it can continue to hunt you and track you down. So just keep that in mind. It's only the only weakness it has is it has 3 minutes, a 3 minute grace period when you smudge it in the room before it can hunt again. So there you go. We have figured out what the ghost is. Oh yes. Now, just to make it spicy, we're gonna try and oh yeah, we don't have smudge sticks. Oh no. Okay, so we can't anger the ghost with a smudge stick. So what we'll have to try and do maybe is to try and say its name a bunch of times. Saying its name around it can kind of make it angry, Edward Gacy. But is it going to be uh, angry enough to make it appear? I doubt it, but we'll try it. Edward Gacy, show yourself. Give us a sign. Oh, there's dirty water. But normally you don't. You want to try and avoid taking a picture of dirty water because it's like one of the lowest forms of photographic evidence. It doesn't give you a whole lot of money when you take it. But if you're in a pinch or if the ghost is giving you a lot of trouble getting photos, you can definitely take a dirty water photo, and it helps you just like taking a photo of a dead body. Yeah. Edward Gacy, give us a sign. Show yourself. I want to take a lovely photo of you. Okay. Well, it did kind of listen to me. I can take a picture of the door for interaction, but let's try and get the ghost photo. Edward Gacy, can you show yourself? Give us a sign. Run, scared, hide. Come get me. Kill me. Murder, death, kill. Oh my god. Okay, so if you are feeling super, super brave, that's right, we have the summoning circle. Now, if you're a new player and you haven't done this before, don't feel obliged that you need to do this. But this is like the guaranteed way to get a ghost photo. But also a guaranteed way to get killed if you aren't fast enough. So, as you can see, I just looked into the crib room, and the reason why I did that is there's a really good hiding spot there, just on the back of the crib. Oh, we don't have a lighter. Oh no, stupid starter game. Oh, I'm so used to having all my equipment. So what you could do essentially is light this summoning circle. The ghost will appear, and I think you have what, 4 or 5 seconds before the ghost will hunt. Like it will stand here, it will wiggle, blah 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 blah, and then it will attack you in about 3 seconds. So what I was gonna do was that I was gonna light the summoning circle, take the picture, and then quickly run up here and get the hell out. And okay, good. I didn't lose my photo camera there. So sadly, we can't do that because we don't have a lighter, and it's gonna be very. And there we go. I was just about to say it's gonna be almost impossible to get the ghost photo, and there you go. It just appeared, and I think it appeared like behind me. And as you can see, that was a ghost event. They can be very, very scared. The ghost events can be so hunt-like, so real that will make you feel like you got to find a hiding spot right away. You'll get into a hiding spot. The event will be over. Your chance to get the photo would be ended, and you'll be like, God damn it. So that was an opportunity to get a picture of the ghost, but it's going to be hard to get it to do a ghost event again. So what we can do is wait for another interaction. Boom, right there, just like that. Now, if you let's show you. If you get an interaction and the EMF reader is still going, you can take a picture and get an interaction having the dirty water photo. But you're basically taking a picture of the action, not the dirty water if it touches it. So if you can get the interaction when it's doing dirty water, you get a better quality photo. Boom. Now, since we only have 5 photos, we can't fill up the book. But in the beginning, when you only have starter items, when you only have one photo camera, this is the maximum amount of money that you can get. Besides taking the ghost photo, which would be like, I think it's like $10, $20 on some. Yeah, I think it's $10 just by itself. It's very, very nice to get the ghost photo. And as you can see, my sanity drains to about 66%. Now, that is very, very slow, a very, very slow drain. And of course, we're on amateur mode. Once you go up in level of difficulty, your sanity is going to start dropping a lot quicker. So that was the most you could possibly do. We got all the photos that we possibly can get, besides the ghost photo. It's my opportunity. That was my fault. And we used all the evidence to figure out what the ghost is. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the objectives. So let's go. Ghost is spirit. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, let's just say that was a successful very first mission as a brand new player. Let's see how much money we made. There we go. It was a spirit. Couldn't do objective 2, 3, or 4, but what can you do because you don't have the equipment for it, the tools. But we got $25. $25, which is 5 ghost photos. So that's like $5 a photo. That's huge. That is where your money is going to come from, your photos. And we also got the bone evidence. To get the $10 for bone evidence, you have to take a picture of the bone and grab the bone. Don't take a picture and just leave the bone, because then I think you only get $5 if you do that, or it gives you $5 of photos and then no bone evidence. So something like that. But to get the maximum amount of money, take a bone photo, grab the bone. Okay, don't leave it behind. You want that bone. And out of $90 for a perfect game, we still made half of that with just starter items. That is pretty good. $45 with just starter items. And you get 40 gain experience, which should probably get you to level 2 or 3 just on the first game alone. So that was a 25 minutes investigation, only mostly because, I talked a lot more than I would normally do. But look at that, only one ghost event out of 25 minutes. Like, that's insane. And 64 interactions. So it was an active ghost. But sometimes they don't like to show themselves very often. So it can be very tricky to get ghost's photo. All right, so as a new player, let's say, okay, now we got $45. Let's start up another map. So we have the basic bare bones items. Let's not look at that. That's my own inventory. Let's pretend nobody saw that. But now you can go to item store. Now, $45, that's not much. So what you want to do is, okay, now you got to look through your inventory. At least for the starter items in the game, you get all this stuff, all your evidence stuff, for free. So you don't need to buy any of that stuff. Don't even look at it. I know that it looks really appealing. Be like, oh, I can buy a ghostwriting book now. I can buy an EMF reader. No, 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 no. Don't buy that. You could buy a thermometer, but if you get freezing temps, you'll be able to see it without a thermometer because you'll see your breath, boom, freezing temps. Sometimes the thermometer is not needed. It's good to figure out if the ghost is roaming or not, or if it changed ghost room, but we're on amateur. We don't have to worry about it. Just chill. You don't need a thermo. Um, a candle's nice. You can buy a crucifix to prevent the hunt from happening. But what you really want to buy, boom, strong flashlight. But we're $5 short, so we got to play another game to get the strong flashlight. Don't see that. I know there's 4 own. Oh, you didn't see that. I'm just a beginner, man. I'm level 1. I'm level 1, baby. I'm just like you guys, starting at $45. That's all I have to my bank account. Smudge sticks are great, but you've got to buy a lighter to use them. Tripods are nice, but they're they're kind of useless if you don't have more video cameras. You do start with one, so you can buy one tripod. Sound sensors, don't even look at those. They're nice on big maps or if you have the money to burn to use secondary evidence, but you don't need those. You don't. Sanity pills, they're a lifeline. They're very important, so they're good to buy. Salt's very important for objectives. Smudge, more cameras. Buy more photo cameras. Strong flashlight, more photo cameras. Boom. For the $45 that you have, buy another photo camera. And you only need to own 2. Remember, you get one for free, right? With starter items, you only need to buy 2 more. And then you got 3 photo cameras all to yourself. Or you can share them with your other friends, of course, but make sure that they know what to take photos of. Because if you miss opportunities to take a photo or take a photo of the wrong thing, you don't make any money and you just risk from not getting your full potential of money from photos. So let's dive into another game. Remember, we only have $45 to our name. Let's say we bought another photo camera, which is your moneymaker, remember? So let's say we bought a new photo camera. We'll add one. Just say we bought one. Let's go to Willow. Willow's a really, really fun place to learn more about the game. There's all kinds of hiding spots too. It's very, very cool. So there you go. We've got another photo camera, and we only have bare bones items once again. We didn't have enough money for a strong flashlight, but that's okay. Now it's Nancy Sweeney. Witness a ghost event. Hey, we did that on the last mission at the very end, obviously. Salt. We don't have salt. Evidence of paranormal on EMF. Beautiful. So now that's 2 objectives or 3 objectives if we figure out what the ghost is that we can do. So that's up to $30. And boom, look at that. We have 2 cameras, which means 10 photos. If we don't waste a photo, we can make maximum amount of money using photos. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to grab that and an EMF reader, and we're going to jump right into this house and make lots of money. Give me all that money. Did I grab the key? Oh, I got lucky there. I completely forgot about the key. Grabbing the house key is nice. Wait, that sounded very close. The house key basically turns on and off the car alarm in the garage, which is really nice to know. Okay, I heard a throw. Okay, that sounded like a window knock. Very sus. Okay, I gotta keep listening for the ghost here. Turn on some more lights. an eye out for the bone and the cursed item. You can check for voodoo doll, which is right here. Not a voodoo doll. We can look downstairs. Ghost is definitely on the main floor. I've been hearing a lot of sounds from there. Or maybe not. Okay, I was wrong. My bad. It threw that hammer. We don't have the summoning circle. There's the breaker if you need it. There's a really good hiding spot there. The hiding spot's very OP. I think the ghost is probably right here. I'm pretty certain. So we'll leave our stuff there. Let's just quickly check for the mirror and the Ouija board. Not a Ouija board, not a mirror. What am I missing? Could be tarot cards. No, not tarot. Music box. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's grab more items. I'm pretty sure that the ghost is in the basement, unless if it's twins, but I won't get too complicated here. So we'll grab 3 more items. If you're feeling bold, you can drop your flashlight and free up your hands to grab 3 more items. However, if the ghost does decide to turn off the breaker, it's going to get dark and you're going to be without a flashlight. But at least when you walk in with a photo camera, it kind of gives you night vision. I'm just checking for orbs. Is it coming from this room? I hope you can hear the throws. Oh, it's in this room. There we go. There's an orb. Do you see it? The orb is right there. It's very, very small, very faint, but it's kind of just floating around there. So we'll set up a camera there. We'll put more evidence items there. Hopefully I don't get lost. Oh. Okay, there's a door there. I just gotta... Oh boy, I'm making a fool of myself. Don't mind me. I seem to be lost. Oh boy, this is embarrassing. Oh my goodness, what the hell? There we go. Jesus. There's Booba. Hello, Booba. Nice to meet you, Booba. So that means... Oh! Alright, the ghost just turned on a light for me. Thank you very much. That's why it's scary to drop your flashlight, but it can be worth it. I just unfortunately got lost there for a second. Well, who's the noob now, eh? As I do a beginner video. Maybe I need to make my own video. So we got a photo camera in there now. You can see the orb. So we can mark that off as evidence. We can also keep an eye on dots. But let's grab some more stuff and quickly figure out what this ghost is. Alright. So basically the name of the game is figuring out what the ghost is, because if you can figure out what it is before it has a chance to hunt, you have given yourself a huge advantage in winning the game and allowing yourself to make money. Okay, I don't see any fingerprints yet. Turn off the lights. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you French? Are you the pizza? Where are you? Doesn't seem to be spirit box this time. Where did I drop the EMF? There we go. This is one of our objectives, to get EMF reading. Drop it. I could probably drop it next to dots and writing book. So we just witnessed the ghost actually turning on a light. So that actually gives us some information about the ghost already. If you're new to the game, don't worry about the cursed possessions too much, unless if you have a pretty good grasp of what they can do. Okay, good. My sanity is still nice and high. Orb is still in the ghost room. We can quickly watch for dots. Boom! Did you just see that? There, you can see an outline of the ghost. So now we have spirit, orb, and dots. So we have eliminated a whole whack of ghosts with those two pieces of evidence. We have Raiju, Yokai, Yuri, Banshee, and Fae. We don't have to worry about being hunted yet. The Fae has the ability to hunt at 75% sanity, and the Raiju has the ability to hunt at 60% sanity. Yokai has a special ability to hunt pretty early as well. So keep an eye on those three ghosts. They are very, very deadly. The Fae gets very, very weak later on in the game, so don't have to worry too much about it later on, but early game, it's a very, very deadly ghost. So we'll keep an eye on that. Oh yeah, we saw dots and orbs. That's all we're gonna get from video camera. Let's bring in our second photo camera, and let's try and maximize as much money as we possibly can on this mission. I didn't see any fingerprints, sadly, so we could probably mark that off. That didn't really do much, but okay. So we just got to figure out the third piece of evidence for this ghost. So we have our two photo cameras. We'll take full advantage of them. We still have to find the bone. Oh yeah, let's take a picture of the music box. Let's quickly look for the bone. The bone there. So whenever you have a cursed possession, you can take a picture of it. There's a great hiding spot there. I think I've already checked over here, but let's do another quick sweep. Another good hiding spot there. You can hide behind here, but it can be a little questionable, but it's very, very safe. There's a pretty decent hiding spot in here. You can, if you're in a pinch, you could hide here, but if the ghost comes deep inside the room, it can kill you. Here's a very, very good spot. You can even hide here even with these boxes, but again, if the ghost comes all the way in here and sees you behind here, it can kill you. But with these boxes there, it's another line of protection. So we got so many hiding spots. That's another great thing about amateur level. You get every hiding spot imaginable. You can hide even here too. Big tip, turn off your flashlight before you hide. There's another great hiding spot. So many. Okay, so still haven't found the bone, Checked everywhere upstairs. It's kind of interesting that that hammer. Oh, where are you? There you are. We have our ghost photo. Beauty. Oh, As a new player, that can be very, very scary. I can even feel the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. But whenever you have a ghost event, don't panic too much. If your sanity is, oh, there's bone. If your sanity is nice and high, and you know that you're safe, and you get a ghost event, don't panic. Don't panic. So, okay, I have figured out what the ghost is. Oh wow. Okay, I apologize. I have already figured out what the ghost is. Oh my god, this ghost is active. Okay, let's get out of the house quickly before it hunts. Go, 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 go. Okay. So, just having multiple hours on this game and seeing it on YouTube, um, did you see the way that door shut? So, the door was wide open, it shut completely, and then it had a little bit of a sound delay, and then all of a sudden it did the sound that the door shut closed, right? Like slammed the door, not just closed and then eventually shut. It slammed the door, right? That is a special ability that only one particular ghost can do, and that is the Yeri. The Yeri is the only ghost that can slam a door. And what that special ability means is it's special ability to drain your sanity really, really quickly. So when we entered the house, we were probably, I think we were around 80% sanity or so. Right now, it dropped all the way to into the 50s. So when that was two ghost events and a special ability event, which is crazy. So ghost events can normally drain your sanity about 10%. So that's 20% there. And then it did the special event, which I think is about 15%. So it drains your sanity like crazy. We can quickly read about this ghost. And again, my apologies. We can collect the evidence just to show you. Actually, I did see freezing breath. If you're in a freezing location and your breath is seen, that it's basically mean that you have freezing temperatures. So I guess I did find all the evidence. But yeah, as soon as I saw that door slam the way it did, I knew it was a Yuri. So the thing that I want to avoid whenever doing a video for beginners and amateurs is seeing some ghost behavior that automatically identifies what the ghost type is, just from my experience, and then be like, okay, now I can leave the location. The game's over. That's what I don't want to do that to you. I want to make sure that I collect all the evidence and tell you how I figured out what that ghost is. But yeah, that's the only ghost that can do that door shutting. If the door was just a little bit open and it's closed shut slowly, just like a light door close, that's not a Yuri. The Yuri like absolutely slams the door, but there's a delay. There's the slam, and then you hear the sound after. And also another cool fun fact is that the Yuri can interact with the front door. That normally means that it's either a ghost event. Well, normally ghost events don't slam the front door because the slamming of the front door is an indication of a ghost hunt. But the Yuri can actually slam the front door, make it look like a hunt, but all it's doing is it's doing its special events, which is really, really funny. I think it's really cool that the Yuri can do that. So we have figured out what the ghost is. We have done both our objectives. The only thing that we have left to do is get more photos. And to tell you the truth, I kind of slacked off on the photo gathering, only because I was explaining what the ghost is and its special ability and I also had to put up with those two ghost events and the door slam, which really drained my sanity. So this is where things get a little dicey because the Yeri has the ability to hunt you at 50% sanity or lower. So if we go back in and start collecting photos, we have a really, really good chance of getting hunted here. So we can try and get as many photos as we possibly can from here. At least if we do get hunted, we have lots of hiding spots. But this is where it gets very, very troubling. If you're a beginner and you don't have any crucifixes, no smudges, no sanity pills, this is like a death sentence. But, well, you know what? Let's again pretend that we are a new player. We don't want to do anything crazy. We don't want to lose money. We want to make money. Let's get out of here. Let's leave. Actually, let's have a little bit of fun. Is he going to be able to reach the music box in time to create a hunt? Answered. My question has been answered. It's going to be a very, very long hunt because it's a cursed hunt using cursed possession. Oh yeah, it's beginner. Right. This is amateur mode, so even a cursed hunt on amateur is still very, very short. Thank God. On professional nightmare level, oh my God. See, that was only, what was that? 20 second hunt? Maybe even 15 seconds? Yeah, 15 seconds. That's a very, very short hunt. For beginners, it is a little scary, but if you can find a hiding spot really quickly, those hunts are so short and so nice because, well, yeah, there's a very, very low chance that you can die from a hunt that short. So if you can last for 15 seconds and get a hiding spot or run away from the ghosts, you can survive fairly easily on amateur mode. So don't worry too much about getting hunted or anything like that on amateur mode. Just focus on your tools and all that stuff. However, keep an eye out on your sanity and make sure that you try and figure out what the goal is before a hunt happens. Because once a hunt happens, like a natural hunt, it's going to start chain hunting. And the lower your sanity is while it's doing hunts, the more chain hunting it's going to do, the lesser time there's going to be between hunts, and that is when it gets scary and people start dying. Obviously, I made that hunt happen using the cursed item, the music box. I didn't think that the ghost was going to make it in time to reach the music box and touch it, but as soon as the ghost touches the music box, then that's when it starts hunting. But there you go. I didn't get very many photos, but we can still look at how much money we've made. We have figured out what the ghost is. Let's go. But yes, if I was more on the ball, we could have made probably. We didn't have any. Well, I did get the ghost photo. There weren't any fingerprints, but I think there was a chance that I could have made $40 on photos. But there you go. We were able to do 3 objectives. So that's $30. Even with the small amount of photos we took, that was still $25 worth of photos. The big moneymaker was the ghost photo, and we got the bone evidence, and we made $65 out of $90 that you can make with when you have all your tools. You get all the objectives and get all the photos to $40. So that's a lot of money for an amateur run. And if you can keep doing that, if you maximize on your photos, maximize on your objectives, figure out what the ghost is, and hopefully not die, you can start making quite a bit of money and start building up your inventory. And eventually, look at that, 20-minute investigation. It would have taken me a lot less time if I didn't explain everything. But just 2 ghost events, 1 hunt, 38 interactions. But it was very crazy once I was pretty close to it. Actually, you know what? So we made 65, 45. Oh yeah, we bought a camera so that we would still have $70. Let's say we bought a strong flashlight. So let's go to Rich View on amateur. We'll add a strong flashlight and a photo camera. There we go. And I will play it at my speed, my level of experience. But at least it gives you a good indication on how I would play the game and where we would go from here with the items that we have bought from the previous games. So here we go. This is how I would play the game. Let's see if I can do a speed run.
Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the
Boom.
investigation.
I got the strong flashlight this time. It's now LED. So, photo of the ghost, candle, and witness a ghost event. So at least we can do 2 of those. Shelley Hill and speaks to everyone. Let's go. Go, go, go. I think I grabbed the key, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Boom. Grab the house key. Boom, boom. Easy. We have a hiding spot there. Well, look at that. Look at that. Easiest game of my life. We have the mirror. What the hell? Let's go ham. Okay, it's in the bathroom. I don't think it was this one. I think it was the one upstairs. I think there are multiple bathrooms on this map, so... Oh, boom, right there. Just turn on the shower. We can get the interaction from that. Boom. Oops. All right, that actually caught me off guard. Usually the ghost doesn't scare me very much, but that actually got me good. Got him. Damn you. Probably because I said the game was easy. But we just used the mirror. The mirror is another cursed possession, and it drains your sanity 7% every second. So you want to be very, very careful to use the mirror, but the mirror is so good at finding the ghost. As you can see, I was able to figure out where it was instantly. All right, let's grab that, and that. And the only thing that we have left for objectives is ghost photo. Let's do it. Okay, we gotta be very careful with my sanity. I didn't get any evidence of the ghost, so we are still going in blind. You have to be very careful. It could be an early hunter. I can check for orbs before I set down. No orbs. Set that there, and there. Got our photo camera there. Go, go, go. We'll pick up my flashlight before I get lost and make a fool of myself. So we already got the bone photo, we got the cursed possession photo, we know where the ghost is. We have a writing book in there, we have photo camera, we have the dot projector. Boom, orb. I guess I didn't see that orb when I was looking through the small screen. Let's grab more items, go, go, go. Did you turn off the breaker? Oh boy. It's no biggie, but our set. Oh, okay, never mind. But yeah, the longer you stay in the dark, the quicker your sanity drains. We have any thingies. So we did have a ghost event very, very quickly. Oh, wait, did I just see freezing? Are you here? Are you close? Where are you? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Oh, oh, boom. We get 2 photos from that. We have spear box, we have writing. Spear box, writing. I think. Oh, and we have ghost orb. We know what the ghost is. Boom, we're out of here. Go, go, go. See, you can figure out what the ghost is so quick if you really pay attention and gather your evidence very quickly. We have a mare. So, mares are known to roam out of its ghost room if the lights are on. The mare does not like lights. And now that we know what the ghost is, we can manage our sanity much better. It's not an early hunter. It hunts at 50% sanity. Mares. Yeah, I don't think they're an early hunter. I'm pretty sure of that. But they like the dark. They have more opportunity of turning off the breaker. And also, if you turn on the lights, it has a special ability where it will want to turn off the lights as soon as you turn it on. So sometimes you can like flick the light on, and then all of a sudden the ghost flicks it off, and then you're like, oh, okay, it could be a mare. It's just like the Yuri slamming the door. That's the mare's special ability of figuring out what the ghost is. Now, don't rule that instantly that it's a mare, because any ghost can do that, but the mare has a higher chance of doing that. Also, if you have the lights on in the ghost room and it starts to roam, you have a pretty good idea that, okay, the mare likes it dark. It left the ghost room into a new room, so it has to be a mare because, but again, any ghost can roam, but those are indications of if it's a mare. So we need a photo of the ghost. What do we have left? Okay, we have all our evidence items. We know what the ghost is. Let's get some photos before we get hunted. So we have the bone photo. We have the cursed possession photo. We have interaction photos. Boom. All right. So I think we only have 4 more photos to go. Ooh, that looked like a hunt. Oh yeah, we'll quickly talk about hunts and events shortly here. Just gonna try and get as many photos as we can before I get hunted here. Let's grab the EMF. Did you touch this door? Well, you might have. Too late though. What's your name? Shelly Hill? Shelly Hill? Shelly Hill, can you give us an interaction? Where are you? Give us a sign. Show yourself. Shelly Hill, can you do something? Touch a door? Give us a sign. Oh, now you get shy. What the hell? You know that my sanity is draining. What did you throw? What are you throwing? Probably something in sync. Did that count? Yep. Come on. More photos. More photos. Shit. Shit. Oh my god. Okay, that was scary. Yikes. Let's get out of here. Go. Oh my god. See the risk that you take when you trying to get as many photos as possible? Oh. Now that is insane because we were about 70% sanity when we entered the room to get more photos. It did it did a ghost event by making it look like that it was chasing me. So what was I saying about not being an early hunter? Okay, now I just completely remembered as it smacks me in the face. When it's in its ghost room and it's dark, it has the ability to hunt you at 60% sanity. I completely forgot about that. Oh my god. So I did a ghost event, drained my sanity below 60%, and then it just hunted me right there. That's great evidence of figuring out what the mirror has the ability to do. Oh my god, I completely forgot. I thought I was dead there. Thank God the mirror isn't a fast ghost, it's just an average walker. The average walking speed is 1.6 meters per second. That's your walking speed too. So luckily, I have sprints, which gives you the ability to sprint up to 3.0 meters per second. So I was able to outrun it and get into a hiding spot before it could kill me. And I didn't have a flashlight. I dropped it because ghosts have the ability to track your flashlight. I could have kept the flashlight in my hand and turned it off when I got into the hiding spot, but the ghost was right behind me. So I wanted to try and break line of sight from the ghost as quickly as I possibly could without the flashlight being on me. Oh my god. Okay, so fun fact about the mare: 60% sanity. It can hunt when the ghost room is dark. If the light is on and it doesn't roam out of the room, it can only hunt you at 40% sanity. So just something to note. Whew, that was so close. All right, but what was I about to say? Yes, the difference between a hunt and a ghost event. So, as you can see, the last one, the last event that happened, it turned off a light immediately and came after me. That was the ghost event. When it does a hunt, it doesn't turn off any lights, it doesn't touch any doors. The only door it touches is the front door, locking you in the house with it. That is a hunt. A ghost event is when it touches a door, it will slam a door, or it will turn off the lights near it, and it will either run after you as a manifestation of itself, or it will be an airball. Airball is, I think, yeah, the airball event still turns off a light or slams a door and then chases you with a invisible airball. So that is the difference. If it's closes the front door and the house starts blinking, your flashlight and such, it's a hunt. Okay? Only the front door, and it will start blinking the lights and such in the house. Ghost event, it shuts off multiple lights or one light, or slams the door, and it comes at you right away. Because during a hunt, you have about a 3 to 4 second grace period before it comes after you. It's just like the summoning circle, right? you have a chance to get away from the ghost before it starts running after you. But if you used a cursed possession, um, the cursed hunts only give you 1 second of grace period before it starts running after you. So it's like instant. Um, it might not even give you an opportunity to run away because by the time you figure out, oh crap, I'm being hunted, there's your second, maybe even more than just 1 second of grace periods to figure out if you're being hunted. So that's where it gets scary. But if you can tell the difference between a ghost event, you can get that ghost photo. If you figure out that you're being hunted, get the hell out of there, right? And I had no protection, right? No protection, no smudge stick to protect me. So I had to run down the stairs and find a hiding spot pronto. But there you have it. I didn't get all the photos, but right now I'm in the danger zone to be hunted at any moment. I have no protection, no sanity pills, no smudge, no crucifixes. So this is where you're like, okay, I lived. Let's make money. I have Mayor marked off. Let's see how much money we made. Whew, that was a close one. There you have it,
Welcome back.
$70.
Let's
We
rejoin
just
the training
made
we had.
$5 more on photos. So we did get more photos. We got three of the objectives out of the four. We got the bone photo, we got the ghost photo, we got the most important photos, and made a cool $30 from that. So we made $70 out of a potential $90. That was really, really good. So in total, that was 70, 45, 50, 120, about 165. Yeah, pretty close to about $170 out of three missions just using starter items. And we bought two new items, right? A camera and a strong flashlight. And now we can buy more stuff. So there you go. That is how you maximize your chance of making money. Obviously, once you do more difficult missions, you make more money. And on intermediate, your money payoff is times two. A professional level, it's times three. And on nightmare, it's times four. So obviously, if you jack up the difficulty, you're going to make more money. However, there's a higher chance of you dying, which means you lose all your equipment that you took on the mission, and then you have to build up your cash flow again. So, um, build up your inventory gradually. Don't bring everything that you have, just bring the essentials, bring what you feel comfortable with, and yeah, just level up. That was a 13-minute investigation. Again, I took a little too long on explaining some things, but at least you got to see how quickly you can identify the ghost. I could have probably just made that mission into a 5-minute mission, right? Two events, one ghost hunt, 42 interactions. I almost died, but there you go. That is basically how you start the game and build up your status as a ghost hunter, um, from beginner, working up your way to um, oh my god, words are escaping me right now, intermediate level. So there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed the level, the video. Feel free to like, dislike, subscribe, follow, whatever. But thank you very much for tuning in, and I'm certainly gonna make an intermediate video, gonna make a professional video, and make a nightmare video. So hopefully you like that. Hopefully that gives you some insight on how to use the tools, how to figure out what the ghost is, getting your objectives if you have the tools to use them, how to get away from a ghost. So that was actually a good demo. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Take care, everyone, and see you next time. Take care, everyone.